Hi, hello, welcome in or welcome back. Today we're going to be setting up August in my journal, and we're going to be doing a bug theme. As you can see, I have a few collections here that I'll be using. I'll be using 2 collections by Planning with K, plus some printables. I'll be using Hubman and Chubgirl, and then a little bit of Sticky. And I'll make sure to have everything listed so that you can see. But first things first, we're going to go ahead and start on the cover page. So I'm using this wood grain paper that's a printable by Planning with K, and then I'm going to go in with this cardstock and cut it out so that it's kind of a grass shape, and I really love how this turns out. I just use 2 different colors, a light green and a darker green, and then I just kind of go in and make waves with my scissors so that it looks like the grass blades, and you'll be able to see more once it's all done what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's what we're starting with. And then after I get these little grass bits cut out, I'm going to go in with some fun little critters and some leaves and stuff down there. And the thing that inspired this whole bug theme for August was I made some new bug sticker sheets, and I really like how they turned out, and I really wanted to use them. So yeah, that kind of inspired all of August. I had lots of fun with these setups, so I hope that you'll enjoy watching. Either journal along with me or just cozy up and enjoy. You'll have to tell me if you're a fan of bugs or if you're somebody that's scared of them. I am scared of bugs, but I appreciate them and enjoy learning about them and drawing them. It was really fun this past month. I do miss having fireflies. We had them where I grew up, but we don't have them where I live now. You'll have to let me know if you have fireflies where you live. And now I'm just going to go in with some washi tapes and add some texture. I just kind of put them around in the grass to split up the color a little bit and to keep the cardstock down. I did glue it down, but it kind of is lifting up on the edges. My journal's already getting pretty thick, so... And then I'm going to go in with these wood grain headers, and it's a printable by Planning with K. And here I'm just going through and making little circles to kind of look like chains. And I want it to look like a sign hanging down. And I think it kind of got that point across. And then we'll just go through and write August 2026. Let me know what theme you decided to do for August. I would love to know. Now I'm going to go in, like I mentioned before, and just add some little decorations to the grass bits. So I'm using that Magical Forest Monthly Kit by Planning with K and using some of the leaves and mushrooms. then I bring in some of my stickers here, and I'll put one up above the sign. This is like a little dragonfly, and I put a couple hanging out on top of the sign. I think it's pretty cute. We've got our grasshopper and then a little ant, and just a few more sprinkled around the page. And I'm hoping to have this sticker sheet up sometime within the first week of August. So if you want to check that out, you can find my Etsy link listed in the description. And now I'm pulling out the Hubman and Chubgirl collection, the cute critters. And I'm trying to decide if I want this Post-it note here, but I end up not liking it and taking it off and then using this bitten leaf sticker instead. And these stickers are really nice. This is some of the first stickers that I got from them, and I really like them. The quality's really, really good. And now we're going to go in with the quote. So I'm just kind of lining it all up. I struggle a little bit here, but it ends up coming together. But the quote I went with is, "Together, even the smallest can achieve the greatest goal." And it's from The Bug's Life, so I thought that was pretty fitting. Which, speaking of The Bug's Life, I really want to watch it. And I feel like I definitely have to make a journal spread about it, right? But I haven't seen it in forever. I used to love it. It used to be one of my favorite movies ever. Have you seen it? Do you know what I'm talking about? And this is the part where I struggle quite a bit. I can't figure out where I want goals because that grass is kind of in the way, but I end up just going over it a little bit. It looks fine. And I kind of go with a fun font for the setup pages in here with the little swirly doos and stuff. Like you can see in the O how I do the swirl. I think it looks fun. And now I'm just going in and putting a little bit of color on top of those words in kind of this tan color and a darker green grass color. Now we go in with the little fireflies, and I think this is super cute. I just put them all around the little page, and then I'm going to go in with one of those markers and kind of put a glow around them, and I think it ties the page together. It fills in some of that blank space, adds a little something. And we're all done with the cover page. So now we're gonna move on. To my calendar spread, and I am using this printable by Planning with Kay. It's from the Functional collection. I just didn't want to draw all the boxes, so I'm just putting that in with some double-sided tape, and then we'll go in and add all of our cute little decorations. So I'm trying to decide here which days of the week I want to use up at the top, and I can't decide, but I end up going with the jars with the little fireflies in them, and I think it works out pretty well. But right now I'm just going in with some washi tape and decorating the borders. And of course, Kitty has to come say hi. And now I'm going in with those glowing firefly stickers, putting the days of the week over the letters just to tie it in a little bit more with my theme. And I'm using the number stickers from the Magical Forest collection, and I'll add all those in. I like the colors. I feel like they go really well together, both of these kits. And I'll just cut this day in half to make room for the 31st. I was debating if I wanted to put it at the top, but I ended up adding a bunch of decoration up there instead, and I'm so glad I did that instead because it looks really cute. There's a lot going on for a calendar page, but I like it. I always like to over decorate because then I want to actually use the spread, and that's just like a personal opinion for me. I know a lot of people like clean, simple layouts, and that's totally fine, but I really like a very decorated, fun page. And now I'm going in with some of these super cute caterpillar stickers. These caterpillar stickers are so cute, and the little leaves go so well. And I love both these collections together. They actually fit so well. And this is pretty much all the decoration we're adding to this page. So I'm just going to go in and write a couple things in on my calendar. I always like to put in the full moon so I know when it's happening. And then we have International Cat Day on the 8th, which I didn't know about, so that's fun. I'll put that in. And then I just add an appointment sticker and 2 birthdays that I will fill in later. And this one's all done. So let's go ahead and move on to the next page, and we're going to be doing my schedule. So this page is kind of like where I put important things that I need to get done. So I'll put on here like when I post and stuff too, because I do like to track that. But yeah, I'm just using a printable by Planning with K, and it is the green collection. Like I said, I'll have everything like listed either on the video or in the description so you can check it out. But I just use that little printable calendar, works perfect. And then I go in and add some stickers. I use the Magical Forest days of the week at the top, and then I go in and handwrite the days. And then I'll do little circles with the Crayola markers. And I was going to do everything diagonal, but then I messed up here. So I just threw them in randomly. So the colors have no rhyme or reason. They're just there, which works fine. It doesn't bother me. The only thing that does bother me is every Monday is the same color. I wish it was different at least. And these little sticker strips are so fun. I love them. They fill in that blank space perfectly. A little bit of washi tape, of course, because no spread is complete without a little washi tape, at least for me. And now I'm going to go in and write schedule and cut it out and put it up at the top. And I'm trying to mix up the colors again so that it's not in a certain pattern, just to kind of match the calendar a little bit. Give it that little whimsy vibe, right? That's what we can call all of our mistakes now, is just whimsy. But I'm just gonna go ahead and cut that out, put it there, and the left side of this page is done. And now I'm gonna work on the right side, which is where I'm gonna put info for my schedule. So like just a little bit more of description for each day. So either what I got done that day or what I need to get done that day. And I'm just going in and adding a bunch of decorations because I don't need that much room, but I do need a little. So I'm going in with that wood pattern again and some washi tapes and cardstock. And then I'm using my bees from my Etsy shop. And I just kind of put them all down the page. And I think it ends up looking nice. It kind of looks like, I don't know, it kind of looks like a hive, but it's wood, you know? So and here I'm going in and just using that leftover sticker sheet and ripping it up. And I think this is a great way to use sticker sheets that have like a design on the background. Just kind of use them as washi tapes. If it's that certain kind of material, obviously, the paper material, you can't really do this with vinyl. But you could still cut it out with vinyl. So yeah, but it matched and I wanted to use it. So there we go. But just write info, put it at the top, and this page is all done too, so. So this page is going to be a brain dump page, and it took me forever to figure out what I wanted to call it because I wanted it to be bug themed, obviously. And I finally settled on bugging out brain dump, and I think it works. I think it's cute, but I also kind of think it's like you're kind of like freaking out, right? And my brain dump isn't always like bad stuff or freaking out, but that's okay. It's cute. It's just where I'm gonna write down whatever I want. But I'm just using this striped cardstock and some washi tapes. And then this page, the only stickers that I use are my stickers from my new sticker sheet that I mentioned. That'll be coming out soon. And then I'm just kind of matching the right side to the left side, but opposite. And then this sticker sheet is one of my like test print ones. So the border is going to be a little bit thicker on the one that I'm selling. So yeah. But this is a pretty simple page, just the borders are decorated because I like to have a lot of room to write. Now we're going to move on to my to-do page, and this one is mainly Hubman and Chub stickers and then just a little bit of cardstock. So I'm just going to go in and decorate the little borders, and I really love this yellow polka dot paper and then this green together. This page just feels so bright and cheery. And after I get all the borders done, I'm just going to go in and use that polka dot cardstock paper and cut out letters. So I'll cut out to do. And if you do this, make sure you write the opposite way. So like it's flipped because you're going to be cutting it out and gluing on the back. And I kind of go around with the marker after I cut everything out so that it kind of stands out more. And instead of cutting out the center, I go in with a white marker and just make the centers. It sounded too difficult to cut them out. Have you ever cut out letters like this? I think it turned out really cute, but I can't think of any time that I've actually done it except for now. Maybe I have in the past, who knows, but I love this postcard sticker. I think it's so cute. So of course I had to add that in so that it can stay forever there. And then just a couple of little stickers on the edges, which are so cute. And this will be my junk journal page where I collect like trash throughout the month. And I'm just putting a little bit of decoration in here, a little bit more than I did last month, but I can always just cover these parts up with the trash, so it doesn't matter. I'm using this butterfly printable by Planning with K, and I just kind of rip it up, add it to the corners, and then I'll go in with the Firefly kit, and I will end up calling this one August Hoard instead of Junk Page or Loot Page. I was trying to think of something that made me think of bugs, but I couldn't really, so I ended up going with Hoard. You'll have to let me know if you can think of a better name for a junk page that goes with bugs. And it took me a minute to figure out how I wanted to do like the lettering for this. I messed up the first time and then ended up going back and trying it again. And it's just really simple. So this page is just really simple and I like it. It's not bad anyways. The Firefly stickers really do help it. So, and I liked having the jars on the edge there. I think that looks cute. Kind of like how you collect things in jars, you know? And this page is going to be a media tracker. I'm doing this instead of a memory page where you put pictures. I didn't really use mine too much for July, so I decided to do a media one instead, just because I did miss my media setup in July. But I'm just going in with some fun cardstock. And I got this really cute washi tape from a pen pal. And this is StickiiClub stickers, and they are really cute. They have a fun texture. They're kind of like glittery. But I do that little letter trick again, go in and write them backwards and then cut them out. And I think this page turned out fun. I like all the colors together, and these stickers are super cute. Like I said, I will list below like the name of the artist and stuff. And I just kind of separate the page a little bit. I'm still not sure where I'm going to put like movies or shows or books. I guess it kind of just depends on how much I'm doing of each, you know? And this is the last page already. We're just going to set up one weekly, and this will be August 3rd through 9th. Since the first starts on Saturday, I already have those days with my July setup, and this will be my first week in like my August setup. But I'm going with a ladybug type of theme. So I just drew circles and then gave a couple of them little like ladybug heads with their antenna, and then some of them are just blank circles. I hated this page at first, but I do like how it ended up turning out now. So I'm just going in with a bunch of washi tape here just to kind of fix the page. Like I said, I really didn't like it at first, so I was trying to do anything to fix it. And so I just kept adding things until I liked it. And it ended up, working out this time. So I'm just going in and putting some numbers. These are some numbers that I have made. And then I have to fill the 9 up because I was wondering why there was 10 days. But I needed to do my to-do list. So I add that in and then just kind of randomly write the days in following the circle. And now we're going to go in with the beetles from Hubman and Chubgirl, add them around. And I think this is what really tied the page together, just adding more beetles on it. And all right, August 3rd through 9th at the top, add some stars, and that'll wrap up this page and the whole journal setup. So after this, we'll just do a flip through, and that'll be it. So thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you did something along with me, and let me know your favorite bug. Okay, thanks so much. I hope you have a lovely August. Catch you next time. Bye.